Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. It's your favorite platform, Dust to Dream. And I promise you that whatever we are going to discuss on this platform is just going to be something that is going to help someone somewhere who aspires to be a footballer, like professional footballer, sorry. You know, being a professional footballer goes beyond the playing. Like we have discussed about the talent, we've discussed about the basics. So being a professional footballer, it just entails a lot. It entails like the food you eat. And today, we just need to watch this video. Then when we come back, we'll talk about something. This video is going to be brief.
I'm Melissa Señal. I'm the first team nutritionist at Aston Villa. We are in charge of all the things that a player will eat, supplement, drink, and how all these can impact directly in the pitch. That's it. Thank you. The players start arriving like around 8:45. Morning. This is the Bexa room, the famous Bexa room. They don't like it a lot. This is a place where the players enters. We can know how many kilos of lean mass, how many kilos of fat mass they have. It also will depend a lot in the player. They are injured, maybe they will have a little bit more of this than a player that is only in maintenance. Between 9 and 10 is all the time breakfast. We are there like trying to know how we can suggest them some kind of things to be like training better, have more energy levels. Can I have a scrambled egg, please? Scrambled egg with cheese and jalapenos, berries, apple juice, and creatine. Okay?
That's a gentleman.
Around 10 to 11, all of them are in the gym. We work really close with the medical team, giving some collagen, some kind of supplementation that they need if they have any kind of deficiencies. Lucas, de nada. Now we're going to prepare all the supplements for the players, so now they are training. This one is when players are finished, and it's like the first line of recovery. Everything is like personalized based on the day we're playing, the loads they are having. Now we are going with the Mexican, okay? So now it's lunchtime, one of our most important meals.
We've got a soy-based coffee, wild mushrooms and spinach, and then we have a selection of vegetables.
Good night, thank you.
Jump again.
Working with our sports scientists, they can give us some of the data of the training, and we can use some of that data. For example, how much they need to eat around carbohydrates. You can take a photo of your plate, and we'll give you how many calories you are taking in that one. Yeah. ¿Listo? Va.
The best nutritionist.
Lunch is over, players are gone. Now it's time to plan for the next day, have everything ready for starting this day. We have some courses, so that's it. See you.
This video credits goes to Sky Sports. It's not any form of copyright breach, but rather it's just for educational purpose and all that, for people to understand the extent nutrition goes. Look at Unai Emery came to Aston Villa and he employed his own backroom staff, and he also employed a nutritionist. And as you can watch in the video, she was supervising every single player's meal, making sure that they were eating properly, correctly, and everything, making sure that their nutrition is being monitored. Because anyway, dinner, she might not be responsible for dinner, but when they go home, they'll be responsible for that. However, some players employ their own nutritionist in their kitchen back home that will also be responsible, at least following from the footsteps of Elisa Sinel. They will be able to eat properly, sleep properly, recover properly. Even when they get injured, they can recover fast, because what you eat determines your body metabolism and all that. So as you can see, many other clubs have done that, but I think Aston Villa took theirs to the next level, and that is why Sky Sports made sure that they covered that particular branch that we don't see. And you can see that football is a very vast platform. When a kid don't play, it doesn't mean that they cannot succeed in football. It means that they can look for somewhere else to make an impact. Like the lady on this video, Elisa Sinel, she's been able to be integrated into the Aston Villa team, and you can see that she's one of the unsung heroes behind the background. And you can see over the past how many years since Unai Emery came to Aston Villa, there has been some sort of resurgence. There has been some sort of different dimension to what Aston Villa has been giving us in the past and now what they are giving us now. So it's not just about talent alone. It's about a lot of things. This is one of them. You have to eat well. You have to recover well. You have to make sure that you sleep well as well, because what you eat determines how you sleep, the digestion and everything. So, in fact, generally, what you take in determines metabolism. We saw John McGinn requesting for deep fried pizza and all that, and she said no, because all those are not really healthy for him being a professional footballer. Because if he gets injured, it might retard his healing processes and all that. We need to look at lessons that we need to learn as a player, as a club. I know it's difficult to hire somebody, but advice, we can advise the player on how best to live their life, on what to eat and what not to eat, what to do and what not to do. Because like I keep saying, the grassroots is the foundation of everything. And if we don't get the grassroots right, then climbing up the ladder is just going to be very difficult for the child. So, on that note, I think we need to find a way to bring this down to the African settings. I know it might be very difficult and financially intensive to employ such a person, but however, on our own, we can do research. We have Google, we have a whole lot of materials out there to help us research on things. Which brings me to a story. When I was in my line of scouting, I met some guy, and he told me about his story in Manchester City. Then before Kanu became the chairman of Enyimba, he was an agent. So this guy was a scout. So they went for, I think, a particular business meeting. It had to do with business meeting with Pep Guardiola at Manchester City. So they were ushered into this same dining room like this. The players were not around. So in the process, they offered them food. So my friend went, and as he was picking up his food, someone came from behind and said, "Don't you think that's too much? And don't you think this is not good? Then this is not good." Him curiously turning around, guess who he saw? Josep Guardiola. Guardiola started lecturing him on nutrition and all that. And at the end of the day, he learned one or two things. So you can see that these guys, they've taken this to another level. On that note, we're going to call it a day. I hope we learned something today. I'll see you again on our platform, Thus Today.